Alright, darkness is looming upon us. I head to meet Captain Silene, Akari, and Professor Laventon. Silene tells us to meet Komodo, and let's just say it doesn't go too well. Who or what are you really, random? Man, I'm just as confused as you are. I probably had a loving family and Pokemon or friends, before I got plucked out by Arceus. I don't know how this is gonna work because my descendants are gonna be born before I was born, if that makes sense. And I think that's a way better cause for concern. Better than you sitting here doing nothing while I do the try not to die challenge. We get expelled from the village, and while Silene tells us not to die, life in general sucks. I ask for help from Leon and Mai, but I get nothing. Volo shows up finding me in the wild and takes me to the ancient retreat where I meet his mom, I guess. They clearly are both descendants of Cynthia, and Kojita does look older than Volo. That whole part is still a mystery. For all we know, that could be Cynthia herself. Anyway, she tells us about the Lake Trio and the Red Chain, so our next goal is pretty clear. Find the Lake Trio, make the Red Chain. We also get to choose between Adamant or Irida to help us out. I chose Adamant. Let's take a quick stop from my final team member, Rufflet, but not any Rufflet, Alpha Rufflet. I found mine at Lake Acuity and promptly catch it. I head back to the ancient retreat, named it Arcane, and evolved it into a Hisuian Braviary. I also wanted to evolve my Sligo into a Gudra, but it turns out you can't make it rain during the disastrous looming event. That really sucks, but we move. I do Azov's willpower test to get its fang. I do Mesprit's EQ test to get its plume. I really enjoyed this part of Adamant saying the League Trio is testing us to make sure the Red Chain doesn't fall into the wrong hands, and Volo following up with the idea that the Red Chain could have more than one use, clearly foreshadowing the events of Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum where Cyrus would be the one to carry it out. Pretty neat. I finally do Yuxi's IQ test to get its claw. I head to the Shrouded Ruins alongside Volo and Adamant, and later joined by Kojita to see the Lake Trio create the Red Chain. I then attain the Red Chain. I quickly rush back to Jubilife to meet Akari and Laventon. I report back to Silene having stayed alive and showing them the Red Chain. I am then tasked to go stop Kamado, who has foolishly went ahead to Mount Coronet to face the rift himself. Just before we get to him, Beni stands in my way, transforming into a ninja to battle me, which was so cool. Beni, it's time for me to crush you, man. You look super cool, not gonna lie. I'm just gonna say it. You look super cool. We're gonna leave my Hisui and Samir out and see what happens. And Miss Magius goes down. Let's go. See ya, Sneasler. Alright. Gardevoir down. Does this guy have a Glade? I think he might have the Glade. Glade is going down to my Hisuian Arcanine. Let's go. We killed a lot of my team, which is a bit unfortunate. But we beat him. Let's go. Wally could have turned out so much cooler. But I love Wally, man.